الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر
Hello guys, it's a very sad moment for the nation of Kenya. My name is Ahmed Halif. Guys, in respect for what happened yesterday, I would simply request for a moment of silence for our fallen soldiers. Viva, viva, the fight goes on. Kenya, as the saying goes online, that you are the capital of Africa. Kenyans, viva. It's never easy. A revolution is never easy. Children, innocent souls, have been murdered. Yet, the best the president can do is say and call them criminals. At least that is the best he could do. It was only a few days when he deceived Kenyans that he was ready to hold talks with regards to the finance bill. It is just a few days when he said he has heard the pleas of the Kenyan youth and that he has actually taken it into consideration and is so happy that they're now coming out to speak one voice, regardless of tribe, regardless of race, regardless of the topography or where one is coming from. What changed? Double speak, deception. Then yesterday, he talked about integrity. President Ruto and integrity in one statement, they can never fit. I'm not sorry to say so. I'm unapologetic. Today, in the morning, abductions have been done. Why? The government is scared. They're really trying to find through hook and crook who is sponsoring these protests, because they are used to protests being sponsored by either politicians or bigwigs in governments. Unfortunately, for these, it's very organic. You kill, you kidnap, you abduct. At the end of the day, what are you doing? You are only creating even a much more stronger revolution. Today, in the morning, I woke up to a TikTok video by one Mr. Wawes Bazoo. And I'm very happy that he laid out some very strong points. As he was saying, he just did a live with African brothers from the nations of Nigeria, from the nation of Uganda and South Africa. And he reiterated about Nigeria when they once had a very powerful revolution that was very prominent online and was known as EndSARS. They were almost having it. They were lied to by the regime. They were lied to by their leaders that we have listened to you and something is gonna be done. What happened? They were deceived at the end of the day. Look at Nigeria. What is happening in Nigeria right now? As we speak, they have lost grip, they have lost hope, they are divided. Neighboring country, Uganda, they staged a revolution. What happened? The regime told them, we've listened to you. The leaders said, we are doing something. What did they get in return? Nothing other than oppression, dictatorship. Up to date, Uganda has never been the same. Do they have a voice? No. In the papers of the constitution? Yes. In real life, in practice? No. And Museveni made sure that his footprint does never leave the leadership of Uganda. Once that happened, our brothers in South Africa, the apartheid was and they staged a revolution to a success. But what happened in recent years? They can never get back their country. It's like they fought for nothing. And these brothers from South Africa, Nigeria, Uganda, fellow Africans, even Tanzania, are telling Kenyans, you are the only hope of Africa. Do not lose grip. Young souls have departed. Young and energetic warriors have been killed. Please, let it not be in vain. Let not their blood be in vain. Let not their family garnish their teeth in vain. Let them not regret losing one of their own. Viva, viva, the fight continues. You are the generals. Intimidations will be there. This is just the tip of the iceberg. The abductions, a president setting snipers on top of the buildings to shoot onto peaceful protesters, calling them criminals. Right now, as we speak, the Kenya Defense Forces has a military camp outside the State House. That is where they conduct their training. It is barely 24 hours since the police, Kenyan police, was airlifted to Haiti to go and try bring peace in Haiti. Then the KDF are brought internally to deal with peaceful protesters. The KDFs who were supposed to be guarding our borders. The KDF was supposed to make sure that no breach of security is witnessed within our nation from our borders, has now gained access and now being told and getting orders to go and deal with its fellow citizens. So, Kenyan citizens today, you are being treated as criminals and as terrorists because it is your own government, your president, that has seen or deemed it fit for that, because you are fighting for the right that is well enshrined and stipulated in your constitution that was promulgated in the year 2010. This generation, don't make a mistake of losing your grip. It is a make and break moment. When they try to find anyone who is sponsoring these protests and they find none, that is why they are now getting into these harsh treatments, harsh abductions, trying to tone you down. Keyboard warriors, journalists, we don't exist in a vacuum. And it has reached a point whereby we really have to stand as a nation, stand as Africa, to say enough is enough. In Nigeria, they're saying they have lost hope because they have millions of Rutos because they backed down. They backed down. And that is what led them to what they are today. So Kenyans, Africa is depending on you. I know for sure there will be state-sponsored abductions. There will be state-sponsored deaths, shootings, massacre. But that should not turn you down. Forefathers, Mau Mau, they fought, some were killed, a good number, so to say. But the zeal to achieve the objective, which was liberating the nation from the colonial hand, drove them towards attaining independence. Oppressors are born just like any other good people are born. Wisdom and deception can never be mixed in the same pot. That is what the president of Kenya has just showed. Now, body language does not lie. If you watched so keenly, that was a bitter man addressing the nation. That was a man who feels like Kenya is his own piece of land and that he should do with it whatever he wants. I mean, how can less than 500 people determine lives of 54 million people? If the people themselves have said, we don't want this bill, yet you go ahead and vote it in, who are you representing? What interest are you representing? Kenya, it is time to wake up. It is no longer a Generation Z fight. It is no longer a millennial fight. It is Kenyans. Everyone stand up. Join the battle. Join the war front. You cannot use a live bullet on me and expect me to be unarmed. It has reached a point whereby you also, as a protester, you have to defend yourself. I'm saying something that might be so dangerous, even might put me in danger. But if it is for the right cause, I mean, you can also come abduct me, take me back to where you think I should be. But trust me, this voice will strive for the taste of time, and it will stand the taste of time. Africa, you are very powerful, Africa. That is why they are trying, the leadership of the West, are trying to make sure that we have unstable and governable leadership so that they infiltrate their ideologies, they infiltrate their ways, they want to control us. But trust me, if we say enough is enough, then shall we succeed, not only by saying, but also doing. Action. A luta continua. Vox populi, vox Deum. The voice of the people is the voice of the Lord. Let's take another moment to salute our fallen soldier. The fight must go on. We shall not relent. We shall not be backed down. In war, people operate in different capacities. In whatever capacity that you can help, kindly help. Ahmed Khalif. Peace out.
tupate na ustawi. Mungu ibariki Afrika, wabariki viongozi wake, hekima, umoja na amani. Hizi ni ngao zetu, Afrika na watu wake. Mungu twaomba uilinde Jumuiya Afrika Mashariki, tuwezeshe kuishi kwa amani, tutimize na malengo yetu.
Kwa timba kali za Afrika, DURB Radio ndio mpango mzima.